What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Celtic Clydesdale show. I'm Jim and I am the Celtic Clydesdale. In this episode, I'm going to be doing an early review of the newest model of the Asics Gel Contend, the Gel Contend 6. Disclaimer, the shoes that I'm covering today were bought out of my own pocket. Asics did not give me these shoes. Asics doesn't know this video is being made, so they have no influence over the opinions or facts being shared in this video. Now, if they happen to see this video and they want to give me a pair, I'll be happy to take them. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the review. Alright, first off, let's talk about where you can get these shoes. Of course, you can get them on Amazon.com. They're going to set you back between $40 and $51. I think I found 2 or 3 listings for them. One was $40 plus, that was $40 after the shipping costs, and the other was $51 with free shipping. I'm not sure what the difference was. I honestly didn't look, but that's the price range. You can get these at Dick's Sports for $40. The thing there is they only had a couple of the color models, but yeah, you can't get them there. All right. And of course, Zappos has got them somewhere between $40 and $53. I found like 4 listings on Zappos.com for these. I don't know. Maybe they charge you more for different color scheme. Who knows? But that's where you can get them, and that's what they're going to set you back. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about the ride quality. All right, there's the shoe, the Gel Contend 6. Yep, you see it right there. Just like the Gel Contend 5, it's a neutral shoe. This is not going to do you any good if you need a stability shoe or a motion control shoe, all right? Not what you need. As far as size, I do wear a size 13, and much like the Contend 5, these are pretty true to size. Comfort, they've got a really nice footbed, I think. Initially, feels a little bit stiff, but honestly, it feels nice, all right? It's not overly stiff. It's not like you're, putting on a brick or anything like that. But at the same time, it's not like you're strapping on, a bag of cotton, all right? Nice footbed. Toe box, pretty decent. Gives you quite a bit of room for your tootsies, and got no real complaints on that toe box. Also, heel cup, especially if you use a lacing style like that, heel cup is going to hug your heel quite nicely and feels pretty good. All right, the upper. Be honest with you, the upper is really nice, all right? The lacing, you can get a firm lacing without it feeling, just wrong. The upper does breathe quite well. And to be honest with you, the temperature is dropping. For me anyway, it breathes a little too well this time of the year. But, during the summer months or, if you're running indoors, it does breathe well, so you won't have any temperature issues with your feet, all right? Cushioning. Pretty decent cushioning for these given the price of the shoe. I do like the cushioning, but it has its limit. It's not the cushiest shoe, obviously. It's at the low end of Asics range. Quite honestly, I wouldn't suggest these shoes, even with the cushioning that they have, for anything much over a half marathon distance, all right? And even a half marathon, honestly, in my opinion, is pushing it a little bit, all right? Stiffness of the shoe. This is something I'm starting to focus on with the shoes quite a bit lately. And these, they got a pretty decent amount of flex. When you're out on the road running, they don't feel overly stiff, and overall, I enjoy the ride of these shoes, and especially given the price. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the durability and the differences between the 5 and the 6. All right, durability. Obviously, with only about 15 miles in these shoes, I can't tell you a whole lot about the durability. But if I compare them to the 5, I'm going to bet they're going to be a pretty durable shoe, all right? Differences between these and the 5. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really noticed a whole lot. I know in the toe box for the 6 seems to be a little bit roomier than in the 5, all right? Which, given that I've been hearing a lot of complaints recently about Asics toe boxes being rather narrow, I think having a wider toe box is probably going to do them some justice, all right? Now, the uppers have had some cosmetic changes. I think the most noticeable for me was that they've added a second loop on the tongue. So now you get 2 loops there. Yeah, the soles of these shoes are get dirty because I've already been running in them, but they're actually completely identical to the 5, all right? And I'll put a picture up here so you can see that the soles of the 5 and the 6, totally identical. They didn't change anything there, all right? Weight. This is the one thing that I have noticed has changed. When I put these on, I wouldn't say it was a, oh, wow, these are way heavier, but it did seem like, I'm like, what's going on here? So I went ahead and I threw them on the scale, and a pair of the 6s weigh in at 702 grams total, whereas the 5s weighed in at 668 grams. Put a comparison up there so you could see that. But yeah, overall, not a lot of difference between the 6 and the 5. So other than, like I said, the cosmetics and the weight, but the wider toe box is a nice difference that should play out well for them. All right, so let's go ahead and discuss the upsides. Upsides. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The bang for the buck, it's the #1 upside for this shoe. I mean, you got a shoe that's somewhere between $40 and $50 depending on where you get it. I know I paid $43 for these at Dick's Sporting Goods out the door. I didn't order them online. I got them at a brick and mortar. But like I said, $43 out the door, good to go. If I compare these, if I fall back on my experiences with the 5, I'm going to get some pretty good longevity out of these. I expect to anyway. And, it's not the most cushioned shoe, but it still feels nice, especially if you're doing like some 5Ks, 10Ks in that neighborhood. All right. Pretty decent cushioning. And for the price of the shoe, depending on your budget, come on, under $100, you can go get 2 pairs, and split your run time up between them. All right. So yeah, those are the upsides for this shoe that, for me. So let's go ahead and talk about the downsides. All right, the downsides for the Gel Contend 6. I don't know. It's, for what it is, I mean, it's hard for me to say any negative things about it without being overly nitpicky, all right? I know some people probably pick out, the lower quality materials for it. I mean, the foam used in the sole is not going to be as high quality as if, the materials used on like the Gel Cayano or the Gel Nimbus or the Gel Cumulus, all right? But I mean, this is less than half the price of the Cumulus even, all right? So it's hard to say bad things about it, but if I had to pick one thing out, it'd be the fact that there's no reflective treatments on this shoe. And when I was thinking about putting this video together and I thought about that fact, I kind of looked at all my other shoes, and I mean, counting this pair, the 2 other pairs, the Gel Contend 5s that I have 2 pairs of, None of those have reflective treatments. I've got 2 pairs of On running shoes now, neither of which have any reflective treatments. And I actually just picked up a pair of Brooks Ghost 13s that, surprise, no reflective treatment. The reason I'm actually noticing right now is because this time of year, I'm doing more of my running in the dark. It's a safety thing. You can call it nitpicking if you want. I call it safety. No reflective treatments, which probably the only thing that was really wrong with this shoe. All right, so let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts. All right, final thoughts on the Gel Contend 6. I think, much like I did with the Gel Contend 5, that this is a great shoe for newbie runners, all right? Now, don't get me wrong. I also think it's a pretty damn good shoe for veteran runners, but definitely if you're just getting into the sport, or you want to, I don't know, get a feel for it, maybe see if running is your thing, or you're trying to get into it, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on some higher end shoes, and just in case, maybe running's not for you, this will be the shoe to use. All right, I'm going to assume if you're watching the video, you're just getting started maybe, and looking for tips on how to get going, particularly in triathlon, or you're a veteran. And if you're in either of those groups, this is going to be a pretty decent shoe for you, and I'd say go ahead and get it. Bang for the buck with this shoe. Like I said during my discussion of the upsides, it's got a lot going for it given the price point, all right? I know I have to compare it to the Gel Contend 5 again. I personally got over 250 miles out of both pairs of the Gel Contend 5s. With this not showing a whole lot of difference in, construction and materials, I'm gonna bet that I'll get at least 250 miles out of this shoe, and for $40, you can't go wrong with that, all right? So the bang for the buck for this, it'd be hard to beat. Like I said earlier, I'd recommend sticking to like 5Ks and 10Ks with this shoe, all right? Much over that, for me, it started feeling a little, I don't know, the impact started to add up. Now, I know I say it's got pretty decent cushioning for the price, but I think as you get more fatigued, the lower quality of the cushioning in this shoe starts to have an effect on you, and especially in your upper mileages, it adds to the fatigue a little bit more, all right? So I would recommend sticking to 5Ks and 10Ks with this. But overall, given the budget and given what I expect for this shoe, I'm gonna say this is a great shoe. Whether you're a newbie or a veteran runner, go get this. You could, like I said, you could get, 2 pairs for about $80 and cycle them back and forth, and you'll do great, all right? So yeah, let's go ahead and close this thing out. All right, so there you have it. The Asics Gel Contend 6. Asics, if you're watching this, please send me a pair. I won't mind at all. But anyway, yeah. If you've appreciated what I've put out in this video, do me a favor, give me that thumbs up, like the video, all right? It'll help me out quite a bit. If you're new to the channel or you just haven't gotten around to it already, go ahead and subscribe. You'll be helping me out by doing that too. And go ahead and ring that bell so you get notified when I upload. Thinking about changing when I try to upload. It's still going to happen on Wednesdays, but I'm thinking I'm going to start doing it towards the evening, instead of really early in the morning. We'll see what happens with that. Also, get down in the comments, interact with me. I really enjoy interacting with the viewers. It's probably the best part of running the channel. Please comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what I should change about doing my videos. Let me know what you think I could change, what I can improve on, what I can do better. Ideas. Give me some ideas. Suggestions on new topics, products to do reviews for. I'll take all of those, all right? So, till next time, keep on keeping on.